Hi, folks. We'll be talking about pulled interval here. Pulled interval is something where you're asking the algorithm to look for opportunities for you and how frequently you want him to look for opportunities. And here, when we are talking about opportunities, means everything which we are configuring, including our list, including milking opportunity, milking profits, or resetting parameters or using AI capabilities, everything bundled up together is what happens within that pulled interval. So the best and ideal, of course, I use 60 seconds because that's where I find the most of the efficiency because sometimes price take a peak and then all of a sudden somebody starts selling it off. uh, Of course, you make profit, but you don't want someone to sell off a stock and let the price go down. You better off to grab that opportunity at that point. So, having said that, if you're allowing the algorithm to look into uh, pulled intervals at a much higher frequency is far better than having probably say like 300 seconds or something of that sort. Well, in traditional technique, this is not used, right? Because you are investing on a long-term strategy, and or even if people who are day traders or who are um, running their funds through advisors, nobody does that because it's not possible for human beings to keep monitoring 100 stocks from your list every 60 seconds or every maybe for that matter even every 7 days. So it's not possible. So let's not even get in touch with the scenario that is it possible for a human to do that. So this is what happens with quant trading. Everything which you're configuring, everything from A to Z, whatever you're configuring, you're asking the algorithm to look for the right opportunities at the right time. But people who are coming into this club, who are joining this club, and they have a long-term strategy, maybe you don't want to do it at 60 seconds. If you're coming in with, say, only 10 stocks with long-term strategy, you maybe you'll be good at with even 2 hour interval because your objective is not to exit out from a trade anytime soon. But people who are into swing trade or into intraday or even pop trade for sure would like to have the algorithm look for opportunities, take out profits, or get into a trade. Everything is timing based, right? As I have discussed, they would prefer 60 seconds. So if you are a long-term investors, you have got say 10 or 20 stocks or 10 stocks to follow, and you don't care. You want the algorithm to look for it every 2 hours. That's fine. You can have the algorithm look for those 10 stocks with opportunities based on that configuration which you have plotted in every 2 hours, no problem. But ideally, it's recommended that you look for the pulled interval at the shortest possible time. So 60-second is what it is. Of course, as you go from say 300 to 60 seconds, you are asking the machine to work much more for you, which leads to questions about processing speed and CPU and all those type of conversation. So anyway, so having said that, I think I roughly could explain why pulled interval is so important. This is not in traditional technique, so this is very much for quantitative trading technique as to how fast you want the algorithm to look into your entire spectrum of configurations which you have done for your mathematical model. So feel free to ask me questions if you feel if you have a confusion into it as to what would be the optimized scenario based on your strategy. Maybe I can give you some throw some light onto it. Thank you.